Okay, hey guys, so this is MTG Dev here. So I just have a new video to make for you guys. It is what colors am I in Magic the Gathering? So this is a question for several starters in Magic the Gathering, such as me. I had to watch a video to find out what colors I would be playing in Magic the Gathering. And it actually helped a lot. And you can change colors anytime you want. It's just that it's good to find one. Mostly the best is 2 colors to start with in Magic the Gathering. You can play with 1 color, 2 colors, 3 colors. You can play as many colors as you want, but 2 or 3 most is the best. Mostly 2. So this is just a video to help all the beginners, and so yeah. So to start off, there are 5 main colors in Magic the Gathering. There is white, green, blue, red, and black. So as you can see them over there on the screen. So right now I'm going to explain each one of them, what cards you have, and what you can do with them, and the best combinations with both the colors. So let's start off with green. So you may not see the cards the best, but green is a color which is about destruction, in other words. It's one of those things which you would think about as a bulldozer, one of those big trucks as a kid. Like Hulk, the Incredible Hulk, that's a great example. Because green is one of those colors where you just place several large guys. They don't even have to have the best abilities, they're just keep coming with all these large guys. So an example of a green player is they would put, let's just say on their third turn, some 4/4 card with their mana. And then that thing would get destroyed instantly. And then they would put another card the next turn, which is even bigger, and then that would get destroyed. And then they would think in the last turn, okay, I'm gonna place this big guy. And then they place him, and then they don't destroy him. So it can be an 8/8, such as this guy over here. And then if you see that your creature is gonna get attacked, there's several cards which you can use in green to help with it. One of the cards is Titanic Growth, the card right over here. Target creature gets +4/+4 until end of turn. So if you see you're going to get attacked, instantly you can put this card and destroy the creature. Green is all about the power. And then you have some other nice instance such as Plummet, which is you can destroy a target creature with flying. So that's perfect for taking out some creatures which can't take out, like flying creatures, which we'll talk about later. And the main mana source that's used in green is, they're called forests. So yeah, here's a forest right here. So that's green. Now let's move on to blue. So blue is the color of counters and secrets, and not that many people actually like blue. They get pissed when they see blue players because there's so many counters, so many spells. You don't know when to attack, you don't know when your card's gonna get removed. Blue is that color. It can remove cards, bring back cards to owner's hand. It can counter spells. Counter spells are the main reason why people get mad at blue, because you never want your cards to get countered. So here's a counter card. It's counter target spell unless it's creature controls, unless the player, he controls X mana. If that spell is countered this way, exile it instead of putting it into the graveyard. So it's actually really good. And then there's several other counters, and you want, if you're a blue player, you really want to add a few counters because they're really useful. There's no more counters except for in blue. And in blue, you don't even have the strongest creatures. You have small cards. Sometimes they can even be big. Some cards can transform into other cards, like Ditto and Pokemon. But most blue cards are just medium. They have decent attack, and sometimes you can buff them up. Sometimes you just want to make a little army and do a small attack. This is one of the colors which you wouldn't expect to finish the game right away. Green is one of them. Also another color which we'll talk about later. The main mana source for blue is land. I got a good one here. So yeah, islands. Islands are the mana source for blue. That's what creates your mana. And as you can see, I just put 2 creatures that are blue so you can just see what it's like, because they're just pretty low, but they have really good abilities on the cards. The cards have really good abilities. It's like if you attack, this happens to your opponent, so it's really confusing. Your opponent has to really watch out when they're battling you so they don't make a mistake. That's what happened with me and my friend. He would make several mistakes just because he doesn't remember these things. Now, let's move on to black. Black is a very interesting one. I'm not sure if you've ever played Wizard 101 before. It was a really good game back in the day. Maybe not as popular now such as Minecraft. But black is one of those colors where you attack a bit and then take some health back. Attack a bit more, take some health back. Create a few people, they'll attack, give you some health. Maybe you're gonna lose some health, and then you're just gonna stack up on some people, you know? There's not really a specific range of people. They can be weak or they can be strong. Normally the weak people, they would have something called lifelink, such as this guy. He is a 2/1, and what lifelink does is as much damage as you do to your opponent with that card, that's how much life you gain. So it's really useful. So if you have a few of them in your deck, such as me, I have several, they can really help because they give you back the health which you maybe lost using other black cards. Because some black cards, let's just say, I don't know, in a random instant, which says lose 2 life, draw 2 cards. So this is another way which you can gain your health back with black. Black's main mana source is a swamp, so you use swamps to get it, and really nice art. And so yeah, black has some really special effects as well. It's really unique, you know. It's one of those confusing things. You can send enemies to the graveyard to exile them. You can get a card such as this one. Target creature gets -3, -1 till end of turn. That could kill them, or that can make them lose attack. So when you attack them or something, you do a lot of damage and they can't block. It can be really useful. There's another instant, destroy target creature. It can't be regenerated, so you pretty much exile it. There's other ones who are like 5/5s and they do a lot of damage, and they have really cool effects. So you can bring, if you're a zombie black player, you can bring a lot of your cards back from the dead, let's just say from your graveyard. So it's a really unique color. At the moment I'm playing black and red. So okay, so the next color is white. White is very confusing, not really, but it's about the flyers. You like to have a lot of flyers. Most of them don't even have that much attack. It could be 2 attack, 2 health, 2 attack, 1 health, 3 attack, 1 health, and then you just, or like 1 attack, 1 health. But these cards have cool abilities, which is flying. Flying is your creature can't be countered unless the person who's blocking has a creature who has flying or who has reach. So white is perfect for a lot of people. A lot of beginners use white. I was thinking of using it, but I haven't yet. I haven't ever used white, but I know a lot about it since my friends verse with me. So white, you want to have a lot of small minions. Let's just say Clash of Clans or something, Clash Royale. You want to have a lot of small barbarians or archers. And then eventually, with all those, it does a lot of attack. It's not like other colors like green where you place a giant or something like that. This is just small armies attacking at once. And most of the time, your opponent won't even be able to block it. And it's perfect because that's a flying ability. It's really good. So here's a card that's a 5/5 flying, which is a really rare one. When he comes into play, you can put a 4/4 black horror creature token into play under target's opponent control. So yeah, there's sometimes bad effects with it. And then this is a 2/2 over here. So yeah, it's like small armies. Sometimes you can find big, strong cards, but that's pretty rare. But don't doubt it. And then white also has a lot of cards, several, which a lot of people use, which is cards such as Pillar of Light, which says exile target creature with toughness 4 or greater. So if my creature has a toughness greater than 4, oh, he's gonna go. I can't bring him back. Sometimes they're gonna have cards such as exile target creature with toughness 4 or less. So they have a lot of exiling cards and throwing away. That's a unique thing with white. And white uses mana source, which is plains, and it's I really like the art in these cards. And now that brings us to our final color, which is red. So red is all about the attack. So you saw green with the big minions and that? Oh no. Red, you have, let's just say, strong minions and medium minions, but you have a lot of instants and spells which cause so much damage. Red, its mana source is mountains, very nice art, but red is all about the attack, okay? So if you just use the color red, which you probably shouldn't, you want to finish them by a very early turn, or else you're pretty much screwed, because red is going all out. If you have just a bit of red inside of your deck, that's perfect. Okay, there's nothing wrong with a bit of deck. You know, they play some creature, you want to attack them, you want to finish them really quickly. That's good. That's what I do. I play a black-red at the moment. You know, I put some creatures out, and I want to finish them, so use red and finish them. That's what red does. Here's instant. Here's an example. It's an instant lightning bolt. Lightning bolt deals 3 damage to target creature or player. Really strong. Cone of flame. Cone of flame deals 1 damage to target creature or player. 2 damage to another target creature or player. And 3 damage to a third target creature or player. Another really big damage thing. And now here's a different instant. Chandra's Outrage. Chandra's Outrage deals 4 damage to target creature and 2 damage to that creature's controller. So you're all about the attack, mostly in this. You can have a lot of strong minions as well. This is a 7/7 over here. And even that card is full on attack. At the beginning of each upkeep, this guy deals 3 damage to target creature or player. So this is what you want in it. And then you can have small minions who have like 1 toughness or 2 toughness, but they can do so much damage. So red's a good thing to add in your deck if you want to finish some minions. And now that brings us to the finale. So in the end, it's all just your choice. Nobody can really choose what you want to do in Magic the Gathering except for you. You choose your color. My first colors were green and blue. And then, you know, I liked it. I had strong minions, some blue to support it, some spells. But now I went to black and red. And now with Shadows over Innistrad and it also depends on which new set comes out. Because Shadows over Innistrad really focuses on black cards and red and white and those cards. So that's why I went with it for this set. I could have stayed with green and blue, but I feel like it doesn't support it enough. So that's why I went with black and red. And the next one is Eldritch Moon, which also is another pretty much Shadows over Innistrad. Maybe the next one is going to be supporting white, green, blue, and that. So then you can switch. But these are the main colors which you should use at the moment, because sets don't come out every month. They come every once in a while. So the colors which I would recommend for you if you're a beginner, apparently a lot of beginners use green and red, which is ultra attack. In other words, apparently a lot of beginners use that. But I think you should follow my steps if you want and go with blue and green, because it has a lot of strong creatures which you can back up with blue, or another good color for beginners. Don't really use black on it. Maybe use white and blue. That's a really good combination because you have a lot of flyers in there which people can't really block. If you have a red player, it's hard for them to block, but they can attack. So yeah, so my choices if you're a beginner is green and red, blue and green, and white and blue. Because black is one of those harder ones if you're a beginner. If you're intermediate, or if you're like medium, then black would be a really good source, like a good color. But guys, this is all just my opinion. I just want to kind of educate you on this. So go ahead, choose which color you want, choose whatever you want, whatever suits you. Just if you don't know what you're going to choose, you should probably go with my choices if you want. So go ahead, choose well, because that's probably what you're going to stay with for a while, and practice with the colors you have. Check out what you can do with them. Check the strategies. I might leave another video in the future with strategies for every single card type. But for now, it's all just your choice. You choose what you want. You play, you go to the store, do what you want. And that is it, guys. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe if you want. Doesn't really matter. Dislike if you don't like the video. It's fine. And yeah, that's about it for now. Bye, guys.